lose body fat, you want to get shredded abs. These are my results here, and this is how I did it. And these are the rules that I follow when I was going through this fat loss phase. So the first rule, you've probably seen it on my page before if you follow me, but it's the 30-30-30 rule. What does this mean? It's 30 minutes into waking, you want to have 30 grams of protein for breakfast and go on a 30-minute walk. Doesn't matter what order. Sometimes I would get up, have breakfast if I was hungry, go for a walk. You can do it fasted, you can wake up, you can go for your 30-minute walk, come back, make breakfast. Either way, absolutely love it. Also, no caffeine. In this time, try not to have caffeine. Try not to have any caffeine that spikes your cortisol, like coffee. Literally just go on your walk. You can have maybe a matcha. I found that was still effective because it's an anti-inflammatory. It's not going to spike your cortisol because it's a slow releasing caffeine. And having 30 grams of protein for breakfast is amazing because it's going to keep you satiated throughout the day. I found when I was having breakfast, especially early in the morning, I wasn't snacking unnecessarily or picking really unhealthy things to eat throughout the day. Speaking of eating, the second rule is the 80-20 rule. So many people ask me about what this rule is, and it pretty much means that 80% of the time you're eating on track healthy and 20% of the time you're eating the things that you want to eat. The reason for this rule is it keeps balance. If you feel restricted or you feel like 100% of the time you have to be eating perfectly, you're going to be inconsistent. It's going to lead to binging. It's going to lead to you being so strict, and then all of a sudden you're just going to crack and then binge out, and it's going to literally jeopardize your results. If you just stay balanced consistently, that's going to deliver you better results than going hard and then giving it all up on the weekends or whenever you would do that. So this creates no binging, it creates less restriction because you're still eating those little things you want. So maybe I'll have a little sweet treat for dessert or throughout my day, and you can pick how you want to do that. But that really helped me to stay consistent, and consistency equals success. So the third rule is clean eating over macro eating. So how I explain this is macro eating is kind of these items of food that you eat to fit your macros that aren't necessarily clean, that are full of junk. So like protein bars that aren't clean, that have got a bunch of chemicals in them, or things that aren't really that good for your body, or really high protein pizzas, or things that are marketed to manipulate the macros to make sure that they fit in, and help you achieve your goals. For some reason, I thought I was being productive doing that, but I found that when I swapped to clean eating and even more of like an animal base and just eating really clean ingredients and volume eating, I was less inflamed. My face looked completely different. I was also feeling so much better. I was feeling fuller, a lot more satisfied, and I just felt like I was actually delivering the results that I wanted. So even my desserts started being cleaner, and whole foods, like dark chocolate with yogurt and berries and stuff like that, rather than having these like protein ice creams or, things that were crazy, right? So clean eating can be so good for your inflammation, so good for your overall body, and I felt like I was so much more energized. It honestly changed the game so much for me when it came to seeing those results for my fat loss, and also like in my skin, my digestion, my whole entire body. I felt like I literally had a glow up when I swapped from macro eating to focusing on clean eating.